Hello, my name is Mathilde. I'm now going to present to you a proposed building for the new School of Architecture and Built Environment at QUT Gardens Point, as part of the new Science and Engineering Precinct Master Plan. It is important to recognize and respect the impact indigenous people have had on the site and their knowledge about the land and environment. Their way of living in harmony with the environment, only taking what is needed, connecting with each other and with nature. The site for the future School of Architecture and Built Environment has opportunity for a strong connection to the river. The river was mainly used for fishing, hunting, and as a gathering space by the indigenous people. It will continue being a space for gathering and sharing of knowledge in this proposal. This project will focus on these 5 concepts: connection to the natural external environment, university as part of the broader inner city area, only taking what is needed, equality and inclusivity, and flexibility and adaptivity. As architecture now is part of the engineering faculty, the location of the new School of Architecture has great potential for connecting to the Science and Engineering Center, P Block, as well as Y and X Block. This connection will contribute to QUT's vision of cross-boundary collaboration. It is important to build for the local climate in order to reduce energy consumed in buildings. In hot and humid climates, like Brisbane, the main priority when it comes to passive design is to keep the heat from the sun away and maximize natural ventilation. Large parts of this site are highly likely to flood, as we saw a couple of months ago. The building is proposed to be placed above the estimated flood zone by a minimum of 2 meters, to take into consideration sea water rises. The master plan of this precinct was developed from looking at existing walkways and connections on campus and extending and connecting them. Pathways running towards the site are proposed to extend into the site towards the river, meeting up with a path along the river. This will create more opportunities to enter the site and make it feel more welcoming for the public to enter the space. The direct extensions is a deliberate strategy to make wayfinding easy, creating a sense of direction by clear visual connections. The School of Architecture and Built Environment is proposed to be made of modular building systems. The flexible modules are creating a grid system that is rotated 45 degrees from the pathways. This is done to create interest. The landscape has been proposed to be kept with minimal changes from its current status. The modules are proposed to sit lightly in the landscape, working with the slope, sometimes on stumps, which will allow for wind movement, sometimes on concrete slab, which has high thermal mass and allows for slow movement of temperature changes. The load-bearing structure of this building is proposed to be poured concrete, made using local rocks to connect to the environment. Red gum timber can be locally sourced and will give the building a warm and natural feeling. Here you can see the proposed roof plan of the new School of Architecture and Built Environments. Now we will go quickly through the floor plans, sections and elevations, which can be studied more in detail in the provided documents. Inclusivity and treating everyone as equal is something that I believe could be incorporated into the learning environment. An inclusive environment with a focus on human interaction and collaboration, where everyone can sit together regardless of title. This will encourage spread of knowledge across different groups. The proposed rooms are therefore categorized into functions rather than who are in them: gathering spaces, collaborative learning spaces, studio spaces, and individual learning spaces. Now I will go quickly through the documentation set, which can be studied in detail in the provided PDF document. Through understanding the climate of Brisbane, QUT's vision, and some Indigenous knowledge, I have proposed a building that creates space for students, teachers, and the public to come together. It is a transparent and welcoming space that allows for growth and inclusion. Thank you.